Hey guys, what's up? It's NuclearVideosHD and I'm here with some tips to remember when designing your Springfields in the Simpsons Tapped Out. So because we're between updates right now, I've had some spare time to go around and design my Springfield a little bit, and one of the most annoying things that I've come across is the building limit. If you guys are unfamiliar with the building limit, it's basically just a limit placed on the amount of buildings and decorations you can place in your Springfield. And if you have a giant town like mine with a lot of intricate detail, that becomes very annoying very fast. Unless you have as much stuff as me, you probably won't encounter any warnings or the building limit itself until further on in your designing stages. But my town is so massive that I get a warning every couple times that I'm designing a building because I've just gotten so much closer to the building limit, and it's very frustrating. Just a side note, this does not include the amount of items you have in your inventory, so deleting items from your inventory will not take away from the building limit. You can have as much stuff in your inventory as you want, it really doesn't matter. So, some of these tips that I've come across when designing that have helped me out quite a bit are just ways that you can cheat the building limit a little bit and get some extra items placed without getting closer to the limit. So for instance, we're in my neighborhood section of my Springfield right now, and it looks pretty good, you know. It looks like all the fence pieces are there, all the trees and stuff are there. Everything looks good, it's pretty well designed. We've got some extra shrubbery, extra trees, some stuff, so it looks good. This is going to be something that other players can't see when they visit your town. Obviously, they can't go and, block the houses out or block the trees. So they won't be able to see that you're missing a lot of fence pieces. And this is actually very helpful because you're not using these pieces, they don't add to the building limit. See, the way I see it is, why waste your time and waste your limit? Why waste decorations that you can't see, Because, for instance, in a section like this, a fence piece right here would be basically invisible. I mean, you can see this very small little corner over here, but in the long run, that doesn't really matter. So why waste your time putting these pieces there and adding to the building limit when you're not even going to see them? So what I've done in an instance like this is I have designed the entire neighborhood, the entire design, whatever, beforehand, and then afterwards I go through and I use the nifty tools to, block out the houses, block out the trees, and from there I see which items can be eliminated without, creating an ugly design. So for instance, this fence piece right here I would consider eliminating because this tree's blocking quite a bit of fence. But if I get rid of this piece, it'll be obvious that the fence is not there. And if I get rid of this piece, same thing applies. But in an instance like this, here I'll use this piece. In an instance like this, removing this fence piece is basically undetectable. And the other thing is houses. This also comes in really handy when you're dealing with houses. So with a big house like, I don't know, we'll use the Ultra House 2. In an instance like this, putting fence pieces along this side would really waste your pieces, and it would waste items that would, destroy your building limit, because you can't even see them, so why even bother? So, that's the way I see it. And this also works out well in urban areas too. If you have big, tall buildings like skyscrapers and factories and other stuff like that, I think one of the best examples is probably my popsicle stick tower. So it's so big, and there's supposed to be things behind it, but when you take it and you move it, there's a lot of stuff missing. You have missing shrubs behind it, missing benches, all sorts of things like that, which keep it from, making the building limit rise. And the same thing with this tower over here. We have missing trees, missing shrubs, things like that. Easy ways to kind of make sure that you don't use as much decorations and that you conserve and you don't go over the building limit as quick. So that's just a couple tips to keep in mind when you guys are designing your Springfield. I know it's not really, it's kind of an obvious tip, but it's just something to keep in mind. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys with the next update. Peace.